As a Christian and a future businessman, I'm proud to announce that the winner of the Hipskind Faith and Business Award goes to Kelly Hipskind, my second cousin. In an interview done with Keith and Penny Hipskind, his parents, they explained that when he was in high school, he made an organization called Hips Hoops, where he would get together 50 different teams and form like a basketball tournament and raise money for cancer research. This kind of business mentality led on when he earned his degree in business management and marketing, and he eventually landed his first job at Indiana Live Casino. When I interviewed Kelly on October 13th, he explained that he made $60,000 a year, but he was not content. Now, as a first job, $60,000 a year is pretty good, let's be honest. But he wanted to start his own business. That was his dream. So he quit his job the week of his wedding just so he could start from scratch for his own business. He had an idea about kiosks and hotels and how you can make it a more personalized experience in the entertainment industry. So he needed startup money, so he asked his parents for $20,000 to start up. And having the faith that his parents had and confidence in their son, they gave him this $20,000, not expecting anything in return. So he downloaded the app Business Plan Pro, and he got to work on his new business and his ideas. Over several months, he worked on this day and night, and eventually he got to the point where he started making money, but eventually he needed $100,000 from an investor, and he could barely pay for gas in his car, and he couldn't really pay for his office either. He needed this badly, and he was very passionate about his business because it was his dream. He gave the pitch to this investor, and the investor could not give it to him. So he was very emotional. He was pretty devastated, and he went back to his office that night, and he prayed. He said, "Lord, I'm making you my CEO. I need you to take the wheel in this business. I don't know where to go from here." So within the next couple of weeks, a couple of superintendents of big school districts called him, like out of the blue, just randomly, and they saw potential in his software for their own problems. He had no idea for what. He never had interest in the education business because there's no real money in it, or at least he thought. So he went to these meetings. He had no idea what they wanted, and they explained to him that they need software to make things easier for their teachers to take attendance, and they also need to make things easier for teacher evaluations. So Kelly and these people came up with business plans during that meeting, and eventually his business, with his new plan in education, something that he didn't expect, it grew. It went throughout the whole state, and I even saw him at Wabash one day giving a speech, and it was really cool. Like, I just randomly saw him in the hallway. So his business grew, and he got over 30 employees, and he sold his company to Herff Jones, which is a way for him to expand his business, his teacher evaluations and whatnot, throughout the United States. He's now the vice president of his branch, and he is also on his senior management and executive board, which he's the youngest by 20 years. In a company profile by Don Kent, it explained about Kelly that Kelly's passion for education and listening to the customer is not only refreshing, but is contagious throughout the other workers. So Kelly not only had confidence in himself, but he had faith in others, including his parents, his wife, and God, to be able to have success in the industry. And that is the kind of employee or the kind of boss that I would love to work for as a future businessman. Thank you.